I got a comment saying that trucking is trash. And I think I know why this person said trucking is trash. Well, I think I know a couple of reasons why they said trucking is trash. Now, before I even go into this, I'm going to reiterate that I do not have enough experience to substantiate that claim, to agree with that claim. I'm going off what I know so far, what I know from truckers that I know personally, from what they tell me, and from what I see, and from what I've done my research on, and what I know already because of all of that, because of all of those reasons. I think the first reason why they say trucking's trash is because trucking used to pay great. Trucking was a thriving industry. Now, I'm not saying it ain't thriving now because I don't really know the ins and out yet of, how that works. But I know for sure that trucking used to thrive. Like, the money was crazy that was coming in. People were making money in trucking. And the economy is different. Trucking has new laws and new rules and regulations that changes everything. Then you have these companies that pay a certain pay rate, so that also plays a factor. Then you have brokers. And people, drivers having problems with brokers. So I mean, all of that also plays into a factor. Another reason it could be is because the time away from family, and you don't have time to have your personal life, and friends. I know personally three people who I know one owner operator, one who used to be an owner operator, then went local, and then one who's over the road. And the owner operator is actually my cousin. She enjoys doing what she do. The owner operator I used to know, she ended up selling her truck because she didn't like going over the road. She said she had no social life. She didn't have time with her family. And when she did come home, it was only briefly. It was only for a few days, and it wasn't worth the sacrifice to her. So she sold her truck, and she ended up going locally. And with that, she even said, yeah, it just wasn't for her. She got right out of it. Now she's doing something totally different. She's happy with it because she gets to be with her family. So it's that sacrifice. You gotta think to yourself, are you willing to take it? And then I know a local driver, and they enjoy it, because they get to go home all the time, and they get to sleep in their own bed. So in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, so that has to be another factor, because not everyone wants to be away from their family for that long. There's people out there with children, people out there with friends that they're close to, and they have an active social life outside of work. They might be a volunteer somewhere. They might, or they might be a part of some kind of community, or they might got a side hustle, or something that they do that they're interested in, or they have a hobby, or they just want time to themselves altogether. It could be multiple reasons. But being away for that long, 3 months, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, depending, I don't know. Being alone for so many weeks at a time, and then only coming home for 2.5 to 3.5 to 4 days is preposterous. And that's another reason why when I got into the trucking, I don't want to go over the road for that main reason. And I don't want to hear no one tell me, oh, but that's where the real money's at, and you need to go over the road to get that real experience. Listen, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. At least not right now. It could be months later and you'll see me in the truck over the road. All right, then guess why? Because something changed in my mind that made me say, all right, this deal I'm getting right here is worth it. Okay, this right here is worth it. But as of right now, where I stand, to me, it ain't worth it. I like being local because I like going home to my woman, and I like being in my bed, and I like eating the food that she cooks for me. I like seeing my nephews and my sisters. I like seeing my mom. I like traveling. So I can't do all that with me going over the road all the time. And I'm in the gym all the time. So that's going to be another thing I'll have to sacrifice. I didn't work years on my body to go over the road and lose it. Yeah, I could still work out, but it's not the same. I cannot get that same effect over the road unless I bring so much equipment. And I don't even know how that would work out. Because then I'll just turn my truck into a gym. But anyways, yeah, back to what I was saying. I got all sidetracked, got passionate back when I was saying. But yeah, I mean, being along being away from your family and friends for that long, and then you finally do come back, but when you come back, you're not even, there for that long. It's just a few days. Like, what's that? I mean, come on. So that's another reason why, and then I think another reason why is when owner operators get their own trucks, they have a lot of issues with the brokers. Now, I don't have no knowledge of that at all, so I'm gonna leave it right there. I just know, from a friend I used to have who did have her own truck before she got out of it, and watching a few YouTube videos of, other truckers that I do follow and listen to and that do talk about, the real deal of being an owner operator, how it is. And there's some owner operators out there that's selling their trucks because of the climate right now in trucking. They're not making nothing, and they're like, yeah, I need to sell this truck, and I'm just gonna go drive locally because right now there's no money. And all of them are blaming it on the brokers. So in my mind, I have to put 2 and 2 together, because 2 and 2 equals 4. I'll have to put that together, and I'll say, yeah, I mean, I guess that's another reason why they're saying that people would say trucking is trash, because also the brokers. I'm going to leave it there with the brokers. When I have more knowledge, I will spit that. But right now, I don't talk about nothing I don't know. But I do know it's that much. But yeah, so, people don't want to be home. People don't want to be away from their home for too long. I don't know no one who does. Unless you're like you're really pretty much antisocial, and, you like being alone. You're a introvert, and you don't mind it. Some people don't. Like, I personally don't mind being alone. I'm not an introvert. I'm definitely not an introvert, but there's times I can be. Like, I just want to be left alone, and I could just go away. But the fact is, I am in a committed relationship, and I have young nephews I'm watching and helping grow. I don't want to lose that just to go work a job that will always be there. Always be there. As long as I keep my CDL, I can always go do that. I can't always have this right here at home because time is limited. And if I miss out on that, that will always be there. So I'm not missing out on it. So, like I said, if I do go over the road, it will have to be a great compromise. It will have to be a great sacrifice, and it will have to be worth it in my end. And I also told my woman that if and when I do go over the road, she will be coming. No ifs, ands, or buts. She will be coming. Because let me tell you, I got stories, but I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to leave that there. But, yeah, so when I see that comment, and under one of my videos of someone commenting saying trucking is trash unless you're local, I mean, me being 3 months in, I can't agree. And nor can I disagree. But I do understand could be why they said that, from those reasons right there alone over the top. I could be right on this one. I don't know. You let me know if you drive trucks and you've been in this game for a minute, years and years, and you have great experience and you know the ins and outs, and you can agree or disagree. Let me know and tell me down below in the comments, and let me know if trucking is trash and if trucking is not trash. And I know a lot of times I've seen a few videos where people say, oh, it's not worth getting your CDL in 2024. Man, listen, a CDL is a great thing to have. Man, when I got my CDL, it's getting hot in this car. Whew. When I got my CDL, that was like one of the best days of my life, because number one, I've been wanting it for so long, and I finally accomplished it and got it. And number two, it just opened up a door for greater opportunities. And people got to remember, when you get your CDL, you don't have to just stay with dry van. You could go drive reefers. You could get your hazmat and your tankers and go pull tanks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, haul cars. There's a lot of possibilities out there in trucking. It's not just one thing. Flatbed. Yeah, granted, it's still all kind of the same a little bit, because you still go through the same shit, but you gotta pick, what it is you want to do. At least you gotta, at least when you come into this, at least pick what it is you want to do and what you would want to do when it comes to trucking. That way you're happy doing your job, and you're not miserable like the other truckers I was telling you about earlier. But yeah, man, I mean, is trucking trash? I don't know. I'm only a local driver, but I'm enjoying driving. I'm enjoying getting this experience in trucking. I'm happy to be in this industry because I wanted to drive trucks for a long time now. And now I'm finally doing it, and I am enjoying it, you know. So I don't have too much about it. I just think that those are the multiple reasons why someone would say trucking is trash. If you have any other reasons why trucking is trash or not trash, let me know down in the comments.